Hey y'all, today we're going to be doing a bonus check-in for the sign of Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or Jupiter. And this is going to be between you and the person that's on your mind. The first card out is going to be the mutual energy between each other. Then I'm going to read the left side as you and the right side as them. But if you need to swap it around to make it fit, you can do that because it is just a general energy reading. And if it does not resonate or it pisses you off because it's not your story, then don't watch it, because this is just a general reading for whoever comes across it, okay? And I hope that some people get something out of it. That's all I hope. But if it don't resonate and you're pissed, just don't watch it. Thank you. All right. The first card out, like I said, is the mutual energy between you and another person. Six of Swords in the reverse. So that is both of the energy of pretty much trying to go away from someone on the outside, but on the inside, you're having trouble moving on from them, okay? All right, for your side, you got the Temperance card with the King of Wands in the reverse. They got the Page of Cups in the reverse with the Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. So they're not doing anything right now as far as these first two cards goes. They're not really doing anything as far as communicating openly with you. They could be watching something, you know, like your social media or something like that, because anytime a page is in the reverse, it can signify that, especially with the Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. That's just like someone who's not making a whole lot of movement at all, but they're still keeping an eye. With you having the Temperance, King of Wands reverse, I feel like you are healing because the Temperance card is here, but also the way you're coping with this is by any other connection that comes around, you're automatically not taking it seriously right now. King of Wands is in the reverse. So you're just not taking anybody serious as far as new people in your life. That's the way you're coping with it, because you still got some ties with this person because the Six of Swords is in the reverse. All right, then you got the Moon card in the upright, King of Cups in the reverse. They got the Ten of Wands and the Eight of Pentacles. They could be burying themselves in their work, but the baggage from this situation has got them very weighed down. So even if they were to, in other words, if they were to move on to someone else, the baggage would be massive. So they have lots of baggage left from this situation. But I feel like if you look at these two cards, see, this is the guy with the baggage, Ten of Wands, and this is the Eight of Pentacles. You see how this person's got their back to the guy with the Ten of Wands, if you can see that? So I feel like they're trying to bury themselves into work to avoid looking at the baggage they have. It's a lot of it. They feel very burdened by this whole situation, whatever has happened between you and them. I feel like since you have the Moon card here, you got a whole lot of stuff going on deeply on a subconscious level. You could be having a lot of changes going on, like deep down inside of you, possibly like doing shadow work and stuff. But with the King of Cups in the reverse, you're emotionally closed off. And you got two kings right here together, both in the reverse. You're not taking anyone serious that comes around, and you're emotionally closed off. Those are the two ways you are trying to cope with dealing with this situation. You're partially healing, and then for the part that you haven't really healed yet, you are coping by closing your emotions off and not taking anyone else serious. All right, then you get the Devil card in the upright with the Ten of Cups in the reverse. They have the Eight of Wands in the reverse and the Knight of Swords in the upright. So they really may end up communicating, even though the Eight of Wands is in the reverse. I feel like as far as like back and forth communication, they're doing everything they can to hold back the desire to do that, blocking themselves off from you. But something could happen, some kind of trigger point, and bam, during the month of February, if this is your reading, they're just going to come forward suddenly. You know what I mean? Some kind of action that's not really well thought out. Suddenly, they're going to communicate because they can't hold back. Possibly them watching something on your page or something like that, that could make them suddenly want to come forward. But even though You are trying to work through it and all that. You still got this card showing that you're like obsessed with this person in some kind of way. You know that this person, you and this person, are not a recipe to create the Ten of Cups. However, you are still obsessed with the idea of being with this person. But you do know deep down that this person, on the timeline of this, it won't create the Ten of Cups. You're aware of that. You are that far along into the journey that you are aware that this person is not something that you could create the Ten of Cups with. But you're still in the middle of the moving on process, pretty much. They are too. And as far as connecting with this person, even if you're not talking to them right now, you could end up talking to them because that Knight of Swords was there right beside the Eight of Wands in the reverse. So let's get what this person's actions are going to be through the month of February. We're going to get 5 action cards for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or Jupiter. What is this person's actions towards... There's the Knight of Pentacles in the reverse again. That card already came out for this person's side. Okay. The World card and the Judgment. Knight of Swords in the reverse. And the High Priestess is in the reverse. That's like coming out and telling you they've made a final decision to move forward. As far as action towards making this work, honestly, I don't see that. I see them coming forward and spilling the beans, because the High Priestess is in the reverse, that they've made a final decision to move forward from this situation. Now remember, they have the mutual energy between you and them was the Six of Swords in the reverse. So they can say one thing, but it don't make a shit because they're still tied to you by the Six of Swords being in the reverse. They're still energetically right up your ass, pretty much. But they could very well come forward and say, look, I've made a final decision to move on for good. But they're full of shit because the cards don't lie. And it said Six of Swords in the reverse. So they're going to tell you one thing, but inside it's another thing. So let's just get advice. Anybody who is not willing to tell you straight up, you don't really need to waste your time anyway. But if they tell you one thing and do another, just know that. They're telling you one thing and doing another. And you know if that's supposed to be your story or not. They tell you one thing and do another. Alright, advice was the Three of Pentacles, King of Swords, King of Pentacles, Seven of Cups, Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. I feel like the reason the Queen of Pentacles is in the reverse is because the advice is telling you do not nurture this connection anymore. Focus on building yourself a solid foundation. And what is even better that the advice has underneath the bottom is the Six of Swords in the freaking upright. This was a very rocky situation in general overall. You need to move forward to calmer waters. That is what you need to continue to work on doing. Work on building yourself a solid foundation. Don't allow your emotions to pull you around and make decisions. Even if you do care about this person a whole lot, oh well, who gives a shit? Give it time. Just kind of try to work while this person has the power to still emotionally manipulate you. Just use your logical side more. Because you are a water sign. I'm a water sign. I know how that is. But if you feel like this person still has the power to emotionally manipulate you and pull you around based on your emotions, stay in King of Swords mode. King of Pentacles mode. Stay stubborn. Stay stubborn in the fact that you're not going to let them pull you around. Keep your options open and stay on surface level when it comes to new options, because you're still trying to focus on healing from something that was intense. So if you do keep your options open, you do keep the door open, don't go out and pursue it. But if it comes around, just keep it very surface level for right now. Focus on being emotionally independent from this person. Do not nurture this with the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. Don't nurture this situation to keep growing. Even if you feel that intense pull, that's the devil energy. Don't worry about it. Just feel it and let it go. Be okay with it being there and let it go. All right, Cancer, that's been your reading, and thank you so much for watching.